What a match!
What a match! Wow, what a match! Sorry, the New Amsterdam vodka's been kicking in. No, we're gonna start with the Ultimate X Women's match that started off the main card of the pay per view,
Yeah.
and of course, hold on, I had it here. Where did we go? Where did we go? Oh, I'm moving too damn fast. We had Tasha Steelz who defeated Chelsea Green, Lady Frost,
Badass Boricua.
right? The Impact Digital Champion, Big Mommy Pump, Jordan Grace, Alicia, and Rosemary in their first ever Impact Women's Ultimate X Championship. She earned the opportunity to face the winner of tonight's death match. And I gotta say, man, I know you said you were hyped for it when you saw it, but you were a little disappointed. I thought they did for the first ever. I never. I guess you can't expect them to do too much. You don't ever want them to try to match what the men do, but you want them to be themselves. And I felt they were themselves. It was kind of quick. The match didn't go as long as most Ultimate X matches go,
Mm-hmm.
but those matches are kind of unpredictable because you can do so much in such a short time and not pay attention to the one person climbing a rope, getting the X and coming down with it.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I thought it was a really good match. I know you said it was a really good match, just a few things that bothered you, but other than that, man, what did you think of seeing Tasha Steele? Because we were going. I thought Jordan Grace. So I'm like, well, she's already got one championship. Ah, man, why not go fight? Fight for another championship.
Right,
You
right.
big mommy pump. Why not do that? But what's your thoughts, bro? On the card, Ultimate X Women's.
The reason, so I love the match. I love the women involved.
Right.
My only gripe was that it was such a short match.
But it was their first ever.
I know it was the first ever, and I know as we progress and have more of these matches, and they get used to this match type and certain dynamics. I understand that it'll be a little more thorough.
Right.
But I just feel like because first of all, this started off, the main card.
Mm-hmm.
So with it starting off the main card and then it being the first ever, and then the caliber of talent you had in the ring.
Right.
In my mind, I'm like, all right, man, we get like a 20 to 25 minute, like, bang, you know what I'm saying, banger. And then it wasn't that. But, I mean, overall, like you said, for what it was, for the time they got, for the spots that was, implemented in the match, and then the women that we had, it was good and it was cool. Like, the Ultimate X was always one of my favorite matches, one of my favorite match types, especially in the early stages of TNA at the time, now Impact.
Oh, always.
So to see the women now get that spot
almost 20 years later. You think about that.
Yeah.
Almost 20 some years later. They find that's one of those things you would have thought they would have been did that.
Especially seeing how long ago they started they've been pushing their women. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
It's not like with WWE or these other newer or mainstream companies that are just now kind of really starting to grasp that concept. The one thing that I've said and that we've said that kept Impact relevant or different was they promoted the smaller guys in the X division because it reminded you of the WCW Cruiserweight division, right? And then the women were getting pushed to a level just as equal, if not at times more equal, greater than as far as importance on storylines than the men. Sure. So, like you said, 20 years later to finally just not have the first X division, Ultimate X match for the women. I just expected them to get a little more time with it. But hey, it is what it is. You had Jordan Grace, you had Chelsea Green, you had Rosemary, you had the badass Boricua Tasha Steelz. She did her thing, man. So I'm really interested to see where they go from there. But to see that match live, up close, in person, dude, hey, it was an experience for sure.
Oh, yeah, it most definitely was an experience. Like I say, few good spots. My girl took a couple of those spots. Jordan definitely, especially that one, where it was, I believe it was her and it was,
it was like she took like an atomic drop.
It was like her and Steelz. They were trying to knock each other down, ended up wrapping each other and falling down. And as much as you would think that wouldn't be as impactful, but they fell straight to their butts. They didn't fall to their feet. They fell from hanging in the air straight down. And it's like, ooh, and the way they landed didn't even look right.
The
landing didn't even look right.
That shit look like it'll ulcer your spine.
It really did. I'm like, ooh, somebody's spine. Yeah. Somebody just shortened themselves. Like somebody just got like a few a few inches shorter than what they were. But other than that, man, like I said, there's some things we can critique, but it was the first match. They clearly wanted to make it impactful. Pun on word. They definitely wanted to do that, and they did that. And you got someone, a new up and comer that's been making some noise, that's getting an opportunity to go up against a Hall of Fame legend. So, if you know the results, you know the results. But other than that, man, that was a good way to start the show. Always can appreciate when you give women their due diligence, and you get to see you don't just get to see pretty women just be pretty and wrestle. That's what people are tired of. We hated the diva era for years because it was just a bunch of non-wrestling women looking pretty but not really wrestling. Now that's not an issue. We've done too many interviews with women that says what we're seeing now is so much better and different, and it is. And I will give them a 3.5 just for the fact that it was the first ever. They did a few spots, it was cool, and you got to see someone new come up, which is why you always appreciated the women's division in Impact,
right?
Because they always found a way to make them so impactful. They haven't found another way. Yeah, Amsterdam kicking it.